Hello everyone and welcome back to our Wurzburg Let's Play. I'm Nemes with Burkrew Studios, here for some strategy fun with EU4. When last we left our intrepid heroes, we had just been given Nuremberg and Oberpfalz in a war where we were not the war leader. And believe it or not, that didn't do great things for our aggressive expansion. So as we look around, we've got a whole lot of 50s, and because of that, we have a minor coalition of Aachen, Augsburg, Baden, Cleves, Frankfurt, and Oldenburg. Now, individually, none of those are all that scary. We're going to go ahead and get going here again. Now, Nassau has come in. I'm going to take it down to 3 for a moment here. So essentially what we're going to have to do is start to burn this off and hope nobody triggers this in the meantime. If we take back a look at our situation from an allies perspective, right now we only have Bavaria. Bohemia joining the coalition is a little disturbing, right? So we're going to go ahead and start improving relations with those folks. We're also still doing the Rome, which I believe is related to our mission. Yes, solidify our paper relations. So, in the meantime, we are going to try to make people hate us less. And we are going to stand pat. We are going to relax. Now, let's take a look at some of our surrounding neighbors that we may want to, at some point, let's see. We're going to go ahead and lose the admin power here. I need to keep the prestige while we're dealing with all this. So we would like to be friendly with Bohemia at some point. Saxony is an option. Brandenburg. You know, we're going to want some decently sized HRE friends. Now, Saxony would take an alliance. They are rivaled with Brandenburg, Hesse, and the Palatinate. That actually works out pretty well for us. So as soon as our Pope mission is done, I will ally Saxony. Meanwhile, the coalition grows. Bavaria has just changed something with their either changed troops due to tech level, no, or they just increased maintenance, so they might be ready to go to war against somebody. Let's see here. So, a couple more months till the Pope mission is done, and that will give us some papal influence. Not a big deal. We still do not have enough money for advisors yet. But we'll see. So once the Pope mission kicks, I'm going to offer an alliance to Saxony, and then we're going to continue to try to fortify our position. So mission done. We'll pull back there, and then we're going to go ahead and get this offer out to Saxony. Alright, so Bavaria and Saxony are pretty good, and it also takes care of 2 of our neighbors, which you know, limits the amount of people who are likely to attack us. Bohemia likely at this point. Hesse has a truce with us, so no concerns there. Mainz could possibly trigger, but yeah, they're allied with Bohemia, but Mainz could be the trigger factor here, so we may have to deal with Mainz fairly quickly. In fact, I think that's where we'll put our other diplomat, so we can try to take our neighbors' ire away from us. So let's see here. What else? Let's take a look at our coring process. We should be just about done. Yes, we are. There it is. So let's see what that does to our income. 1.11, 1.23. So moves in the right direction. From a tech perspective, we're still at 3 on everything. We're getting close on diplomacy and military. So we will see what we can see. There it is. There is the coalition triggered. So this will not end well for us. So we're going to go ahead and kick our maintenance up. But chances are we are pretty much just going to have to take it. We did get Bavaria and Saxony to help out. I'm going to move into Bamberg so that we can get at least... Oh, too late. We're not able to get our tick of morale. So we were probably about to get stomped. I'm going to head into Bavaria here and try to shield myself a little bit. Bohemia is the main issue here. Bohemia's strength is just really high. And there's none of our allies are really the military equivalent of Bohemia. So one of the things we may do is just try to stay close to Bavaria. Hope that Saxony does the same. And see if we can start to whittle away. That was a mistake. I thought Bavaria was going to stay there. They did not. So my military is gone. Bavaria's military is about to be gone. Let's see what this is going to cost us here. So let's see. Do I want to lose pretty much the whole shebang? I really don't. But I don't know. The length of war is an issue. They're making gains. They're offering me a 97 war score option at this point, so I think really the only choice is to stay put and see if we can get something mildly less painful. But chances are that we're going to have to basically give up everything we had already just gotten, which better planning on my part would have meant that I'd only had a claim on one of these things, and the aggressive expansion would have been much less painful. So let's see. We're just going to wait a little bit longer. Let's see what they suggested. Yeah, we're not even suggestible anymore. All right, well, we're probably going to end up with at least what they were originally talking about. So Oberpfalz is there, Nuremberg, all my money. No, they won't even take a 100 peace offer deal at this point. So I might have missed my opportunity to do that. We will see how this goes. Unfortunately, we're at that place where we cannot even offer something. So either they're going to send us an offer here soon, or we're just going to have to wait for a while. I can get the next tech for Diplo. I will probably go ahead and do that. So Bavaria is nearly sieged down, then they'll move to Saxony. They should be able to separate piece these guys out here soon, and then hopefully they will they'll hit me with the stick and we'll be done. Let's see, create an army, prestige, that's not gonna happen, and protecting its head. We're probably just gonna go ahead and create an army, which we will do once we're no longer being destroyed. So there goes most of Saxony. The rest should fall fairly quickly. They're just about done with that fort down there. This one will take a while. Pretty sure I still cannot offer him. Nope. So once we're fully sieged, they'll send us a peace offer, and we'll probably accept whatever that is, because derp, essentially. Let's see, lose a whole bunch of plus. Well, we're already going to lose the prestige, so we're going pretty negative on prestige. That's painful. This will be quite a hill to climb out of, between the negative prestige and generally the hit to, because the problem is our aggressive expansion is not going to completely go away here. So Diplo or admin power, I'll lose the admin power again. Alright, so we have our peace offer from Cleves. So they have to give up Palatinate. We're going to give them our income. They want Nuremberg and Ansbach as a sovereign state. Well, that doesn't really affect me too much more than the original. So we're going to go ahead and take that so we can move on with our lives. So, Nuremberg is back. We still have very high aggressive expansion. So we're going to let some of that burn off. And once we get a little bit of money back, we are going to go ahead and work on our military again. So, let's see. Rivals, we'll probably go ahead and do Ansbach. So welcome to the beginning of the first video all over again. We've essentially reset. Our alliances are still in place, believe it or not, which is good. We need a new heir, so we will choose, again, our devotion has gone down a little bit, so we're going to choose a talented theologian. I cannot lose any more prestige, but it will be good to get a little bit of devotion back. So we're going to go back to improving relations with Bohemia. Now since the coalition has triggered. And then who else would we like to buddy up with? Cologne's out there. Brunswick. I'll suck up to the Emperor for now. And then we will go from there. I need really one more decent ally, and I need the aggressive expansion to burn off. Let me go ahead and take it up to 4 because we have no army, we have no anything. So from YouTube perspective, this will be very boring, at least for the immediate future. And I do have to repay some loans. I have a 23 ducat loan that we will repay. So let's take a look at the rest of the world. Novgorod is already a little bit smaller. Not a big shock there. Muscovy usually eats them pretty early. No other major changes that are visible at the moment. Nothing too unexpected. Let's see, is Lithuania is still on a PU under Poland. England has Lollards popping up and Pretenders, so go England. Burgundy is at war. Let's see who they're at war with. Trier, Austria, Hungary, Memmingen, Genoa, Baden, and the Palatinate. Well, that should be just tons of fun. Have fun with that. Let's see. We are almost ready to pay a loan back. Now, from a tech perspective, we're going to go ahead and take military 4 because military tech is so drastically important early game. From an idea perspective, which we are still way far away from because of the fact that we had so many events where we lost administrative power early that we're going to be a little bit before we get to ideas. So, let's see, Saxony, they are defensive. Bavarians, defensive. We have topped off there in Austria. So next, let's see, how does France feel about us? We'll go ahead and suck up to France. It always helps to have a couple major world powers that we're talking to, even though we're kind of buried in the HRE. Austria got reelected. That'll give them some imperial authority. I'm going to go ahead and support the First Reich's reform because, frankly, nothing but positive things for us around build cost and development cost. So, all right. So we're almost ready to pay off our loan. Bohemia is topped off, but they still are not even close to accepting. Mainly because we're still allied to Bavaria. Bavaria is rivaled with Augsburg, Saxony, and the Palatinate, so the Saxony thing could become an issue at some point. Let's see. What other minor states could we start to befriend? Trier's not a big fan. Stability or the ducats I needed to pay things off. Well, I'm so far behind admin. I'm gonna take the hit on the money. I really would have liked to not had to do that, but it kind of is what it is at this point. The Hansa might not be a bad idea, so we're gonna go ahead and start with them. Our truce with Hesse has ended. They are allied with Anhalt and Ansbach. All right, so the Duke of Burgundy just died. So Austria just became much more terrifying. And the chances of the France-Austria wars are about to really kick into high gear. So, at least until the Netherlands spawns, and that won't happen for quite some time. Alright. So, here we are. Our loan is coming due. My army maintenance is 0, so I can't really take that down. I can mothball my forts, though, which I should have done a while ago. That will help from a money perspective, just slightly. So I'm going to actually go ahead and take some loans, which seems a little crazy, but I just want to have at least some sort of a military in place. So it'll only get me a couple soldiers for now. But I just feel naked with no soldiers. We've got some Anhalt peasants. Alright, Austria's already at war. Who are they at war with? Papal States, Urbino, Aragon, Naples, Milan, and Brittany. That is a strange group. Bohemia rivaled Brandenburg. Pomerania has... let's see. Danzig is independent right now. Interesting. Not unusual for the Teutonic Order to collapse very quickly early game. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. We're going to start rebuilding our army. It's been a little bit of a slow episode other than the horrific peace we had to have. We will start to ramp things up next episode once we get our army rebuilt. And we're going to start taking a look around us and see what we can do from maybe even some development, but also we're going to start plotting against our neighbors. I believe our aggressive expansion should be pretty much gone since we don't have anything anymore. So we will begin looking at some different areas. Obviously we have a truce with Ansbach, but maybe mines could be a good target earlier once the truce ends with them. So we will see. We still have a fair amount of aggressive here at negative 37, negative 29. Yeah, it's still pretty bad. So we might have to stay put for another episode or two. Anyhow, I have been Nemes. Thanks for watching Burkru Studios, EU4 Wurzburg Let's Play, and we'll see you next time.